IKONINI. So one of the biggest headlines on Sunday ilikuwa Boni alikuwa arrested, and Boni alikuwa arrested from his carriage base home ile kwa hizo masai za Lukenya. And he of course ilikama after yeye mwenyewe alikuwa amepost on his social media post that alikuwa anataka wase wabaki wame occupy Stanchart. Na historia ya occupy Stanchart of course tukua tumetry kuiangalia kuona like if it was actually possible to do this without the government like going wild, because gava saizi unajua kitu moja, one of the things that happened since June ni gava ilienda pikiwa rada kabisa na protest, because ilienda pikiona that younger people are starting to get involved in politics. And for a very long time hapa Kenya, one of the reasons why like politicians used to get away with a lot of stuff is young people, number one, used to take like politics is not something that concerns them. Alafu number two, the middle class also was known for being ish. So nacheki kitu kama hii event ya Stanchart, in event ina target the middle class. So of course they had to go and arrest him. And so nini, ufiti wake, kitu moja ile nilinotice ni keja yake kuna vile waga ameinstall like CCTV. So this CCTV was able to capture these guys, and I feel like this is something that's going to be very necessary going forward for a lot of Kenyans, because vile inakaa this government ya Ruto itaendelea ku-abduct wase. This is not something that they are planning to stop. And so yeah, so on Sunday morning of course this happened. Alafu wacha tucheki nini, alafu pia tubonge juu ya maybe what Boni could have done differently.
Activist Boniface Mwangi is still in police custody nearly 14 hours after he was arrested at his home in Machakos County. The apprehension was reportedly due to his calls for Kenyans to join the Standard Chartered Marathon and peacefully protest against the government. And TV's Brian Mushiri now reports that the Law Society of Kenya and human rights activists have strongly condemned the incident and challenged the legality of how it was handled.
This CCTV footage of activist Boniface Mwangi's home shows 6 people, 5 men and 1 woman at his residence in Machakos, some minutes past 7 a.m. on Sunday. Minutes later, the people believed to be police officers lead Mwangi away and drive off.
He was at home with his sons. My son watched all this. What happens to children, our children as they're growing up, watching these things happening, not knowing whether their father is going to come back home, not knowing if he will even get to where he's going.
Boniface's wife, Njeri Mwangi, as well as other activists raised alarm, claiming that it was an abduction.
Okay, so of course vile hii story ili happen asubuhi kabisa, ilibaki imeitwa abduction, but eventually Boni alienda pakipatikana hizo maside za Kamkunji police station. Alafu if I'm not wrong, they're supposed to present him in court now today, that's on Monday, because normally wanakuwa na 48 hours. But sasa tukiangalia story, kulikuwa na the big debate about should we use such an event for protest, and a lot of people wakabaki wamesema that athletics ishatumikaga for protests. And kuna the famous US ilemse during the civil rights movement wasali end up wakiwa kwa podium wameinua mikono. So what do I think about this? I feel like announcing, saizi hii gava yetu ni very reactive, yes? And muki-announce kitu, they react to that and they plan for that. So that's why ukicheki like every footage ile inatoka from your place utabaki umecheki like walikuwa wamekuja na ma anti-riot gear, like the place looked like it was militarized and it was just supposed to be like a race, marathon. So you occupy Stanchart. So ilienda up militarize, and I feel like to some degree this also worked for Boni, because mtu akiona easy like police alafu all this gear, tunaenda tumekumbuka June 25th and what happened in the aftermath of June 25th. Alafu kitu interesting na history yote of course ina go back to ile time Ruto alikuwa asked earlier this year abongejua abductions, na kabaki amesema that hakukuwa na any abductions hapa Kenya, na kaenda maka ki-challenge like mothers akisema that if you have any person who went for a protest and that person never came back, that he should be told, and he's going to deal with that. And this goes to paint the president as this clueless guy who knows nothing about what's happening in the country. That's what he'd want us to believe. But the real thing is this guy is like one of the biggest liars up in Kenya.
If there is a family, any family, that their child or their friend or their relative went to a demonstration, whether it is last year or this year, and never came back. I want to know the names, because I will take firm and decisive action. Because as I talk to you today, I don't have a single name of somebody who has been abducted or disappeared.
The head of state said he stands by the commitment he made to deal with cases of abductions and extrajudicial killings.
I do not want a situation where a Kenyan disappears. There were days when people were found 20, 30 in Rivayala here, executed. I want to promise you and to promise the people of Kenya that under my administration, there will be no Kenyans in Rivayala or any other river or in any other place.
Ruto's sentiments.
So nacheki. So even vile anasema hakutakuwa na abductions, hatakuwa na nini, but what's happening is during his time we are actually getting the video recordings of people just being taken from their houses and people disappearing. So kulikuwa na the case of Boni, alafu of course Boni sasa ime happen on Sunday morning, alafu last week unakumbuka ilikuwa on Tuesday night walikuwa wamechukua Gaidho. So I don't know what the president is trying to do, and I don't know what he plans to achieve with all this, because kile kina happen ni you can't abduct everyone. Like it's impossible ku abduct kila mtu. So I don't know, like what is the end game? So ukaga chini na yeye anamwambia wacha tufanye hivi, tubaki tumeintimidate wase. When you do this, all you do is unabaki umefanya watu wanaendelea kuscream zile stories za Ruto must go. You don't make people feel like they need to stop. Alafu hii pia inani remind like one of the things really happened of course on Sunday pia Gachagua aliamua kuteka swipe at the president na kutry kumuenjoy while pretending to be concerned for him, because don't forget right now if there is someone who does not like the president apart from Sisi, of course ni deputy president Gachagua, mtu wa mlima.
We want to ask the people of Kenya to remain peaceful, and we want to ask the people of Kenya to pray for our president, Dr. William Ruto, to give him wisdom to navigate the challenges affecting the Kenyan people. Our people are feeling helpless because of economic adversities, because of overtaxation, because of failing health systems, and the president has a big job to do.
Mecheki, ukisikia hiyo place here because of overtaxation, of course that's taking a swipe at the president. So hopefully wata release Boni, but then the debate itaendelea, and the debate is should there be specific times for protest, ama should protest be an ongoing process, like ama yani ni kitu ile tunaifanya consistently. Because one thing is for sure, ile time tumeplan as citizens like kesho Tuesday tutaenda kuprotest, gava on the other side itaenda up militarize hiyo area na itakam ikiwa ready ku like unleash violence on its own citizens. But ikikuwa ni kitu spontaneous ile haiko announced, hiyo pia inakuwa ni poa. So I feel like ni kama wasa wanafaa kufikiria like yes, if you want to protest there has to be other ways to do it, because hii ingine of course ya Boni ile umeambia wase occupy stand chat alafu umefanya like the middle class wakabaki wametingika kidogo, akuza vitu kama hizo stand chat pia zinakuwa ni Instagram moments, TikTok moments for people. So wasata jitetea na watoi, but what they actually mean by it is you don't want to miss your Instagram moment because the whole event went chaotic. Because usahau, even the protests that we had, as much as zili up very positive for the country, there were also watu walikuwa naenda pale just for Instagram moments and vitu kama hizo, which is just part of life na vitu kama hizo. But so wacha tucheki kama Boni atakuwa released, na akikuwa released wacha tucheki like how are these protests going to continue, if they're going to continue. But apart from that, what's going to happen with the government? Is the government going to just keep arresting people? Because ukianza kuarrest people by 2024, by time tunafika 2027 people won't fear the arrests, because najua pia kitu inakuwaga watu iogopa if it's rare and it's what. Now if last week umechukua Gaidho, this week umechukua Boniface Mwangi, next week umechukua, at some point watu watakuwa zile za tu wanafanya nini. So wacha tucheki. But William Samoei Ruto is still known as the political genius. So maybe the political genius has something up his sleeve and yeah, but vile musemaga, this guy learned from Moi, so why are we surprised? Ikonini.